study,
and play come together on a Windows 11 PC.
And for a limited time, college students get
The best of both worlds.
Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
Get business done with the new American Express Graphite Business Cash Unlimited card. With unlimited 2% cash back on all eligible purchases, unlimited 5% cash back on flights and prepaid hotels booked through American Express Travel Online, and a flexible spending capacity that can grow with your business, you'll have the confidence to keep building. Apply today and earn a welcome offer of $1,500 cash back after you spend $50,000 in qualifying purchases on your new card within the first 6 months of card membership. Terms apply. Learn more at go.amex/graphite.
So I'm going to use that AI to organize, keyword organize, keep me sane. 2 keywords here, right? Which is I'm going to take all those school events I have, the family functions, the holiday shopping, the recipes, the different parties that we have going on. And I'm going to create, with the help of PDF Spaces from Acrobat, I'm going to be able to create something that's not just organized and meaningful for me, but it's also something that's easy for you to make my life a little more sane. So I really want to just hopefully with our conversation, let people know that, hey, this is a great tool that we don't need it just, to create an email, right? This is something that we can really use in our day-to-day life. It helps us. And even in the smallest way, it can help.
Hey everyone, this is Jonathan Marks from Go to Health. I hope you're having a great day. Did you know that 1 in 6 of us is using AI tools to help manage our lives? The holidays are one of the busiest times of the year between balancing work and event commitments, family time, holiday travel, gift shopping for everyone, and you can easily feel overwhelmed. And that's why I wanted to do this show today, is to help you get through the holiday stress. Fortunately, a new wave of AI tools is helping people streamline their to-do lists, organize their plans, and even spark creativity for everything from gift ideas to holiday cards. What started as a workplace support has now evolved into something much broader, now helping people save time, reduce stress, and make more room for the moments that matter. And some programs are proving that everyday software can be a surprisingly powerful aid during the busiest holiday season. And what am I talking about? Adobe.com/Acrobat and their PDF Spaces. With us to talk about this today is lifestyle expert Kathy Buccio, and she shares her top tips to stay productive and creative this holiday season, whether it's managing tasks, planning events, or finding time to recharge. She's a TV host, lifestyle expert, and producer with over 20 years of television experience. You can see her on camera as an on-camera expert and contributor for outlets like Good Morning America, The Today Show, Telemundo, Un Nuevo Dia, and various ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox stations across the U.S. She's also one of the hosts for the South Florida PBS Health Channel, and you can follow her on Instagram at Kathy Buccio TV. Before we get to Kathy, a familiar request. If you're enjoying our show, would you please leave us a 5-star review or thumbs up on Apple, Spotify, or YouTube, or wherever you're listening to us? It helps get the word out to more people. Thanks in advance. So welcome to the show, Kathy Buccio. How are you today?
Hi, Jonathan. I'm doing fantastic, and I'm so excited to be here with you.
Good, me too. So tell us, how has AI evolved from workplace tech to something that supports daily living? I mean, we're all hearing so much about AI, but how can it really support us in our daily living?
Absolutely. I think what more importantly, I know that it's a very hectic time, Jonathan. I know we are busy folks, especially busy parents in my case as well. So I think that things are, especially as we get into the holiday, things can be very magical, but I think they can also be stressful. And I really love that we are using AI in a way that is not just based for work. right? And it's wonderful, of course. For that, it's a great tool to have. But I think it does so much more than just signing our documents and drafting the emails, right? We need to learn how to use AI in a way that we can incorporate into our daily lives. So I know that you're a parent, but I'm a mom as well. I have much smaller little ones, but I use AI to really keep me on track. So this is something that I've learned along the way. So whether it's a to-do list that I'm managing, or maybe I am getting a document that I really don't have time to read through, let's be honest. And so I want it summarized for me. And it does that. But right now I'm thinking, I'm in the soup, Jonathan. I'm in this holiday. We have started already with the canned food drive. And when is the holiday show? And who am I giving to my teachers as gifts? Or where are we having Thanksgiving? All of this is coming up right now. The holidays are very hectic. And I think this is a really great way for anyone who's listening or watching to really take a moment and use that AI tool, right? Use it to your advantage. Don't be scared by it. I think a lot of people think of AI, they have this preconceived notion that it's a really scary place to start and do, and it's going to take over the world. And listen, there's a lot of changes that come with it, but I think it just could be so beneficial to our daily lives in terms of organizing. I mean, I just mentioned all the things that are coming up for me. So I'm going to use that AI to organize, keyword organize, keep me sane, 2 keywords here, right? Which is I'm going to take all those school events I have, the family functions, the holiday shopping, the recipes, the different parties that we have going on. And I'm going to create, with the help of PDF Spaces from Acrobat, I'm going to be able to create something that's not just organized and meaningful for me, but it's also something that's easy for you to make my life a little more sane. So I really want to just hopefully with our conversation, let people know that, hey, this is a great tool that we don't need it just, to create an email, right? This is something that we can really use in our day-to-day life. It helps us. And even in the smallest way, it can help.
Wow. So it's really so incredible that artificial intelligence can help us with our daily lives. So you just described a very busy holiday season. What are your top tips for staying organized during this time?
Boy, so yes, I mean, I feel like that's like the $1 million question, right? I mean, this is a really busy time for anyone, especially parents. I mentioned I'm a mom, and I think that it's really important to stay focused, right? And I always like to share 3 tips when we talk about staying organized, and I brought that up before. And I'm using, as I mentioned, that PDF space, but I don't want to talk about that. But I want to talk about 3 little things that you can do, really, to sort of keep you aligned and keep you focused. The first one is that with everything going on and we get brochures in the mail, or we get, a website sending us like a code to use this holiday season to get the best deals, and Black Friday's coming up. It is so important to keep everything in one place. So that's my number 1 tip. Keep everything in one place, whether it's your calendar, your gift list, your party plans, recipes that you want to make, games you want to play, whatever it is, or gifts that you're thinking about giving to the teachers. Try to find a way to just keep it all in one place, right? Stay organized. And you can share those details with friends and families along the way because it's all in one place, right? So that's number 1. Number 2, please do not be afraid to delegate the tasks, right? I mean, I know that sometimes I just like to do things my way and I get everything done. And then I don't help other people, or I don't let other people help me. So when someone says, how can I help? Take them up on it, right? Be clear about what you need. Ask when you need it by, tell them when you need it by, and send them a really simple checklist. This is crucial, to be honest. And then the third one, you're going to laugh a little bit. Don't laugh, Jonathan.
I'll try.
Get an assistant. Get an assistant. And I'm serious. And I'll tell you why. And when I mean assistant, you're going to get yourself an AI assistant, right? So when we talk about Acrobat Studio and we're going to talk about PDF Spaces, I'm going to tell you how you can easily use that. You have this feature that's called the AI assistant, and you can power it to your advantage. You can make it the voice that you need it to be. And I'm going to use the example of right now of like the shopper, right? You're going to shop, you're going to go shop for holiday gifts. And like I've mentioned, I've already put in all these lists and websites of gifts. And if I create a voice of being like, help me out as if I'm a shopper, that AI assistant is going to go into like all my documents and all the things that I have and say, all right, here's what you need to do. Here's what you asked for. Here's how we're going to shop. And here's how we're going to make it easy for you. So I think having to customize that assistant is going to be so great in order to get those holiday plans organized and polished and executed, most importantly.
So how do we do this? I mean, how do we use this AI assistant? And let me just say while we're here that if you want to learn more, you can go to adobe.com/Acrobat. So let's talk more, Kathy, about how people would use Acrobat. What do you do first?
Okay, so I'll tell you a few ways that you can use Acrobat Studio to stay organized. And I'm going to use the example of a holiday dinner, right? I think all of us can sort of relate to that one of a holiday dinner. It's coming up. So this is how we're going to use it. So I mentioned that PDF space, right? So this is a very new dynamic work environment for Adobe. And what we're going to do here is we're going to take all our files, Jonathan, and we're going to take all our web links that we find, recipes, maybe they're on paper, maybe they're saved in an email. And we're going to think of PDF space as almost like the brain, right? And that's our brain. And then we're going to put that all into all those links, all those files, all those documents, or all those uploads. We're going to put them in there, right? Because that's the first step. The first step is that you're going to upload all that into your PDF space. And now we just did the first tip I gave you, which we're keeping it all in one place, right? So you're not going to have to go through papers or your phone and scroll and find, oh, wait, I think my Aunt Mary sent me that recipe. No, it's all in here, all contained for you. Now we're going to talk about that personalized assistant I was telling you about in PDF Spaces. So because we're talking a holiday meal, I'm gonna type in. You're gonna have a feature where you can type in and what you want your AI assistant to be, and I'm gonna put in holiday meal planning helper. Right. So when I put that in, and you can change it to other things, you could be like assistant for this, or, I'm the runner, but this one's, you're the helper. And as a helper, it's going to create a grocery list for my recipes. Right. So it's already going to tell me what I need to buy when I go to the store. Then it's going to adjust those recipes for dietary restrictions. Let's say someone in your family is gluten, or maybe someone in your family has a nut allergy, or they don't eat meat. It's going to pull up those. If you make a special request, like show me a recipe with no nuts needed for a dessert, and it'll find that. And everything that you input, it will find that, right? Another thing I can tell it to do is I can tell it to create a step-by-step cooking schedule for the big day, right? Let's not get detoured. There's a million things going on. Let's stay on pace. And my favorite part, of course, when we talk about delegating, here's an example. We're going to ask it to create a list of responsibilities that I can give to my friends and family to help me out. And I'm going to share that PDF space with my friends and family so they know what's going on. So it's sort of like our own little virtual hub for the holiday planning.
I'm really glad you brought that last point up because, these events get so big that other people really need to help. So are you telling me that an AI assistant can help us collaborate with other family members or friends?
Absolutely, because when you share the PDF space, right? So let's say in there, and what you want to really share with your family and friends is like, let's say you create a list and you're like, Jonathan, I need you to bring the wine. Aunt Mary, you're going to bring the stuffing. And Dan, maybe you're going to bring a fun board game, right? And you've created this, right? And now you're going to share it because you can shareable this PDF space with the friends, and they're going to see that list and they're going to be like, oh, I guess I have to bring a board game to the Thanksgiving dinner. And it shares it so everybody's on the same page and everybody knows what role or what is that they have to do. And again, what does it come back to? It comes to making your life a little easier, a little more simplified, because it's all here. It's all in this PDF space brain, right? Everything's in there for you.
So I have a question now about trustworthiness and trusting in this thing. How should people know if a digital tool or AI assistant is trustworthy? I mean, what's it doing with all my information? Can I trust this whole thing?
Yes. So first, I'm going to give you some generic, right? Some like things to look out for in terms of strong security features, right? Because you want it to have that enterprise grade encryption. That's going to keep that information safe. Now, what I like about PDF Space is that you, Jonathan, are the only one. You're putting in all the information. You're sourcing your links. You're getting your websites. It's your recipes and your files, and you're putting them in there. It's not going out there and grabbing from the World Wide Web, as we say, right? It's not doing that. Like you're putting it in there, which means that only that information, it's only taking out information from whatever you give it. Right. And I love that PDF Space also offers this intelligent citations, which shows you where that insight and where it's coming from and the link, and it links directly to the sources that it got that information from. So it's not using your personal information without permission, which that is a big red flag. And you want to make sure it doesn't do that. Yeah. And you also want to make sure that it's not sourcing where is the information coming from? right? Like where are you getting this from? Does it have a security feature? Is there a breach situation? So everything's coming from what you're putting in. And I think that's key because it gives you that peace of mind that the information is accurate because you've put it in. This is what you wanted and it's reliable.
Good. So we're talking again about adobe.com/Acrobat, and you've been mentioning a couple of times PDF Space, correct? That's the product we're looking at.
Yes.
How did you get started with this, Kathy? And how long have you been using it? You sound very experienced.
Oh my gosh. So you download, it's fairly new and I love that it's being talked about even more. And this is what we're here to do, right? So that more people can learn about it. And I don't want people to get intimidated by it because here's the thing, Jonathan, it's actually very easy to use. You have to do is download it. You can use it on your computer, but you can actually use it on your phone as well, which I think is fantastic, right? You're not limited to one or the other. So you can use it on both. So maybe it's something, maybe you're on the go and you're and you're on your phone and you see a recipe that you really loved and you're like, ooh, I love that. I can go on my app and go to the PDF space I created called, holiday dinner. And I can put my recipe in there, which is great, right? I can do it from my computer. But there's another great feature that PDF Spaces has that I want to mention. And they've teamed up and have which some great innovators, by the way, everyone from Chance the Rapper to Reese Witherspoon, they've created what's called curated spaces. And they have some wonderful chefs on there too. And what that does is those are PDFs already done, right? All that information is in there. So I'm someone who loves books. I love book club. I love reading. And as when I mentioned Reese Witherspoon, she's on curated PDF Spaces for her book club, right? So one of the things that we really want to focus on during the holidays too is we want to do the things that we love to do, right? We don't need to feel like this constant stress that there's so much to do. This is why I'm talking about staying organized and being focused so that you can really let in that joy and that creativity in as well. So when we talk about book club, let's say you can even go to the curated space for the book club and it gives you all these amazing tips and tools to create a really dynamic, a really successful and a really great creative book club, right? You can even put articles that you've read about the book, or you can share questions about the book, and it's all been created for you. And I love that PDF space gives you that creativity and it gives you those options. So it's not just work and one thing and sign a document. It really is such a great tool to use for every day. And I started that way, Jonathan. I'm going to be honest. I started small because AI was such a new feature, right? For me, especially for me. And I just started really simple. I started really simple with like a to-do list or currently using it for my gifts. That has been amazing, actually, because, there's how many kids in the family, or I have to give to the teacher, or I have to give, my husband. And so I just put things I like in there. And then I'll just tell me what gifts are $30 and under. And it'll pull a list and show me all the items that I put in there of all those lists and all those, websites. And it'll give me a great list of gifts that are 30 and under. And it saved me so much time. And it brings me so much joy to know that I'm not driving myself nuts. And so I'm learning to embrace the AI tools. And I think people would be really surprised to know that it's really such a helpful task.
Great. And this keeps all the information private too. You said it's encrypted. So I'm not giving this out to the world, and I will only share it with people that I intend to share it with.
You only intend to share it with the people that you want to share it with. And the information that's in your PDF space is the one that you have put in yourself.
Got it. I'm really glad we're doing this show because I know the holidays are stressful, and I've really been wanting to do content about how to reduce stress over the holidays. And it really sounds like this solution is a great first step for people to get into AI, number one, and number two, really help reduce the stress and get organized.
I agree with you 100%. And I do want to add that for anyone out there who's a little hesitant, I will be honest. I'm someone that I thought, oh my goodness, this is going to be so difficult to use. It is not difficult to use. And I always say, start small. You do not need to climb Mount Everest of AI, right? You can just do something simple as to create a to-do list, create a timeline, maybe do a checklist. Those are 3 little simple ways to get started. And it's a really great tool if you use it to your advantage and you do it what works for you, only what works for you. So I'm hoping that will minimize some of the stress and increase the enjoyment during the holiday season.
Good. That's, I think, what we're all looking for. So Kathy, is there any question that I haven't asked that I should have, or what kind of message would you like to leave with people today?
I think that what you need to ask is, how do I start? And what am I going to do as soon as we get off this podcast? And the only message I want to leave with others is have fun with it, right? I mean, download the free trial. What do you have to lose? And I think that once you get in there, you start playing around with the program and you start figuring out all the cool stuff that you can do and create and make happen. And you start seeing how these little things make your life just a little bit easier. Mm-hmm. You're really going to dive in full force into using this in your everyday life, not just holiday. I mean, you can use this, as I mentioned, every day, to-do lists, calendars, for school, work, anything that you like that's going to simplify your life.
Great. Kathy, thanks so much for being with us today. This has been really helpful. And I think, many of us are trying to figure out, okay, what is this AI thing? How do I start using it? I'm using it in business, but is there a way I can use it personally? And you've really kind of opened that door for us. And I want to thank you for that.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Jonathan.
Good. We've been talking with Kathy Buccio. She's a TV host, lifestyle expert, and producer with over 20 years of television experience, as you can tell. You can see her as an on-camera expert and contributor for outlets like Good Morning America, The Today Show, Telemundo Un Nuevo Dia, and various ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox stations across the U.S. She's also one of the hosts for the South Florida PBS Health Channel. We like that. You can follow her on Instagram at Kathy Buccio TV. Kathy, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Good. This has been Jonathan Marks with Go to Health. And as we say at the end of every show, remember, go to health. Take care. Have a great holiday season. We'll see you again next time. Thank you for tuning in today to Go to Health. You are one of almost 10,000 people per day who enjoy the evidence-based health information offered by our guest health experts. You can watch us on our website and YouTube and listen to us on 8 podcast networks. Be sure to join Jonathan Marks in our upcoming shows each week. If you like our show, please share this episode with your friends and colleagues. You can subscribe to the show, join our email list, send us feedback, browse through the online store, and view our library of over 150 shows at gotohealthmedia.com. See you next time, and remember to elevate your life with Go to Health.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.